What is up, YouTube? It's Dear coming to you with another video, and today I'm doing a video about something different. Today I'm talking about alcohol and how it affects you physically, mentally, and spiritually. I was just on TikTok, and y'all noticed they've been putting a lot of alcohol videos on TikTok, and this one lady had like this drink called Dragon's Fire, and it had like glitter and stuff, and it made me think like people are really out here drinking this stuff. And so that caused me to go down and do some research. So I looked at like what could possibly turn a drink and have sparkles and glitter in it. And it turned out to be like processed alkaline plastic. And I was like, wow, people are really out here drinking plastic and don't even know it. So then I just started writing all this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. It's pretty interesting. When you drink alcohol, that feeling or dizziness or other effects come from your immune system slowly shutting down. The toxins in the drink slows down cell reproduction and its functions. That's why it's toxic to your liver, because all the blood leaving your stomach and intestines passes through the liver. The liver processes this blood and breaks it down, and balance creates the nutrients and also metabolizes drugs into forms that are easier to use for the rest of the body that are non-toxic. So that's what the liver function does. The toxins in alcohol attacks this part while drinking, causing this process to be slowed down. Depending on how much you drink, it can cause more damage. Once it gets passed through the liver, the toxins move throughout the body, attacking the nervous system. Once the alcohol passes through your liver, the toxins are then spread throughout your body through your blood cells, and it basically attacks your nervous system. And your nervous system basically tells your body how to function and controls your brain. This is why it becomes hard for you to walk, talk, because your nervous system is shutting down also. Then if you overdo it, you black out because the blood levels is low on oxygen, and the brain isn't getting enough oxygen anymore. This is why people get hangover symptoms, because the body has to reproduce new healthy cells, and you have to wait until the toxins leave the body. Common hangover symptoms are dizziness, fatigue, lightheadedness, vertigo, dehydration, and then stomach problems like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, because the toxins in the alcohol attack your liver, digestion system, and nervous system, the top three things needed for life and healthy functions. So if it attacks your nervous system and attacks your brain, you get hangovers, and that's why it's hard for you to function normally after a hangover or after you drink, and it messes up your stomach because your stomach is inflamed and you have the toxins that's in your stomach causing your stomach walls to be inflamed and causing you to throw up, because you're trying to throw up the toxins that's in your body. Your body's reacting to the chemicals. Have you ever seen ingredients on wine bottles or alcohol bottles? It's just a warning label, because you are drinking literal poison and don't even know it. Why do you think they tried to ban it back in the day, like the Prohibition days? Because alcohol leads to a lot of sicknesses and disease in the body, and you don't even know it. But over time, it will start to show, like Alzheimer's, dementia, and can even cause you to have a weaker immune system, memory loss. As you get older, it'll be harder for you to process information. It can also cause arthritis, because it attacks your nervous system. So it will start to hurt nerves in certain areas, causing inflammation in certain areas that leads to arthritis and other health-related problems that you didn't know, including cancer. But the doctors and alcohol companies are not going to tell you this, because they make money off us. One, because we're buying a drink and drinking it. Two, because the doctors make money off us when we get sick and we have to go to the doctor to get it fixed or cured. And also, it's a secret way of population control. It keeps people from reaching their highest potential. That's why it becomes addictive to people who are normally depressed or going through something, because our nervous system detects pain, and the pain is sent to the brain. But if alcohol affects the nervous system, you will no longer be able to feel pain while drinking, because your body can't process this feeling. because it's slowly shutting down or temporarily disabled. That's why you get the numb feeling and don't feel sad anymore. You get that good feeling. And that good feeling you get by drinking is just your nervous system tingling. Because the immune system is working overtime and the body is really sending dopamine. Dopamine is a response of large number of strongly addictive drugs. The role of dopamine dysfunction as a consequence of oxidative stress involved in health and disease. Dopamine plays a vital role in reward and movement regulation in the brain. So that's why you really feel good, because your body is actually under stress and your body is trying to survive. So your body's going into survival mode, sending all these stress chemicals, and dopamine makes you feel good. So that's why when you get drunk, you get that good feeling. Your body is really actually under stress. So you're putting your body in danger without knowing the real consequences of drinking. The definition of drunk is affected by alcohol to the extent of losing control of one's facilities or behavior. And we just talked about how your facial nervous system and your nervous system control these things. So you are really losing control over your body and letting something else take over, because you are no longer in control of what happens anymore. Have you ever noticed that they call alcohol spirits? Alcohol comes from the Arabic atiku. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'll put a picture up so y'all can see. So alcohol means body eating spirit. So that's why they call it spirits in alcohol. So alcohol means body eating spirits, and because it really eats away at your healthy blood cells, eats away at your healthy cells. This is also bad for our souls, because drinking is a low vibrational activity, meaning by drinking you attach lower vibrations to you, and your body is more sensible to neighboring entities. This is why you also black out. Think of the definition drunk, losing control of one's functions and behavior. So if you're out drinking with someone and they have negative things going on in their life, it's like you're setting targets for something to take over, because dark energy attracts dark energy, and our bodies are vessels or cars, and other things can take over. But it's easier to do it when you're drunk, because you can't control your behavior, so it's easier for that voice to take over. And that's why some people don't remember or can't believe they did certain things while being drunk. This might be hard for some people, but we really should stop drinking, because it's destroying our body. And at these times we are in right now, they would do anything to win the spiritual war that's going on around us. So we have to protect our minds, bodies, and soul. So don't risk your soul for a temporary fun, because that temporary happiness always comes back down. And this time it brings you down a little more than last time. When you can take that temporary pain or sadness you're running from and turn it into forever happiness and peace by just dealing with the problem head on. It may seem hard at first, but it will get better. It only gets worse when you run from the problem, creating more pain. Also, the main ingredient in alcohol is ethanol. Y'all know what ethanol is, right? Ethanol is the same gas you put in your car, but the compound is a little different than alcohol. And it's only different by one molecule. So one molecule is the difference between ethanol and gas and ethanol and alcohol. The one for gas, the compound structure is C2H5OH, while alcohol is C2H6O. Gas has one less H5, while alcohol has 6, so the only difference is one has sugar and yeast in it. Then when it's in the body, the ethanol transforms into a toxic compound called aldehyde. This is also known as carcinogen, which causes cancer in living cells. Carcinogen has been experimentally demonstrated to be a multi-stage process in certain animal tissues, including skin, lung, liver, and bladder, And alcohol attacks your liver, and the liver is responsible for supplying blood to your lungs, skin, and bladder. So alcohol may be the main cause of cancer. Also, this causes tumorigenesis. This is the gradual loss of original cell identity and the gain of properties of neural processors and progenitor cells, which turns the cells into cancer and which causes tumors or growth to any organ that is attached to that cell. Your body can't produce these cells on its own unless it has multiple doses following a single carcinogenic dose of an indicator. Sorry, y'all, these are like some big scientific words, scientists, biologists words. So basically, this rewrites your DNA. It changes the healthy cell into a cancer cell. And these cancer cells can be passed down through genetic and genes because you share the same DNA. It's passed down through your blood. And when you have a child in your womb, you're supplying it with your blood and your DNA, and it's basically you sharing your information with your child. So that's how it gets passed down. And if that person drinks, it's easier for these cells to form or to be exposed. But it can be prevented by living a healthy lifestyle and having a healthy mindset, because your mind also plays a big part of your health, because your brain is responsible for sending out chemical compounds through the body to keep the body functioning. If you are stressed, your brain will send stress chemicals to your cells, same as depression, causing you to be in a down state or you feel off. You can reverse cancer if caught in the first stage because the cells hasn't turned into tumors yet. It becomes harder to heal once it has turned into a tumor, because once it turns into a tumor, your cells has completely changed. It will now start producing these tumor cells or cancer cells like it's normal, like it's a part of the body. So you have to be strong enough, and you have to be mentally strong to reverse this process by rewriting your DNA to reproduce healthy cells again. And if you learn that the main cause of cancer comes from ethyl gas and alcohol that creates cancer cells, you won't believe where chemotherapy comes from. During World War II, mustard gas was used when they invaded a naval ship off the coast of Italy. The ship was damaged and sunk. During the attack, the sailors jumped off the ship to find themselves covered in an oily substance, and they noticed the smell of a garlic odor. And then they noticed that their skin was burning. It was because 120,000 pounds of mustard gas leaked into the ocean. But when they went to the doctor, they found that it was the depletion of white blood cells, and then they decided to create nitrogen mustard. Then they used that same nitrogen mustard to treat people with leukemia and lymphoma. And they use other chemicals to target cancer cells. So basically, they treat cancer with cancer. So if a patient has leukemia or lymphoma, they say that cancer comes or it forms in white blood cells. But white blood cells are responsible for protecting your body from infection. And if you have a lot of white blood cells, that means there's an infection or inflammation in the body. And you notice how I said that arthritis is caused by alcohol because it attacks your nervous system, because those nerves becomes inflamed? Well, that's what your white blood cells, it fights off inflammation. So I just wanted to make a connection there. If you have too many, that means you have inflammation or an infection in the body. The cancer doesn't come from the white blood cells, but it comes from the infected cells that have been affected by the carcinogen. So this means chemo can also cause reproduction of the cancer cells, causing the patient to become weaker because it's killing its healthy cells, causing them to lose hair and to be depleted on energy because of the nitrogen mustard. Because this nitrogen mustard kills the white blood cells that are meant to fight against infection and disease in the body. And we talked about how alcohol is toxic to your blood. A high white cell count in your blood can indicate blood cancer or bone marrow disease. So basically, cancer, so basically, drinking alcohol is poisoning your body. And so I learned all this. I didn't really do these detailed research. I really just started writing stuff down, and stuff just started coming to me one after another. So basically, when you're drinking alcohol, you're drinking poison, and it poisons your blood. It's like blood poisoning, and that same blood poisoning can lead to cells that causes cancer cells. So, and it also destroys your immune system. It destroys the same things that's meant to help fight against diseases. So alcohol is really slowly killing. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. Alcohol is slowly killing you, and you don't even know it. So don't you think it's a reason why they're pushing alcohol so much on TikTok now? Every time you turn around, they're coming out with new alcohol. They got the Fireball or the Smoky Whiskey, the Smoky Mountain Moonshine. They got TikTok challenges with alcohol because they want y'all to be out here poisoning yourself, killing yourself. Because right now it's a crucial time. For everybody to become awakening and to transform, because the planet is ascending and transforming. So in order for the planet to ascend and to heal, the people have to play a big part in that too. So they are trying to slow down the process of us ascending and us healing. And if you slow down the process of ascending and healing, you create chaos. You basically are they're trying to curate a hell on earth. So alcohol is basically low-key killing you slowly because it's poisoning your blood system, and that same poison is starting to create cancer cells that causes tumors that leads to cancers, and because it attacks your brain, it attacks your lungs, your liver, and your liver is a vital function for you to be alive. So next time you think about drinking, think about the health effects. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna have a good time. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time, but later those good times are gonna start to show up as problems or sickness. And you won't even think, hey, maybe this comes from drinking. Maybe I'm having this problem because of alcohol. People don't think it's alcohol because they don't know that alcohol causes all these problems, because they don't put alcohol or they don't advertise the problems that it causes. And you notice how the only people that really get addicted to alcohol or have alcohol problems are the people who are going through things in life. You turn to alcohol when something isn't working out for you, or you turn to alcohol to fit in with a group because, oh, you think I gotta go out, day drinking. In order for me to have a good time and for me to feel comfortable, I have to drink. If you have to drink to feel comfortable or to drink to have fun, that means whatever you're doing is not meant for you. So you're having to force yourself to take on a new identity. And when you drink, we said alcohol causes alcohol spirits. It's a body eating spirit. So you're allowing something else to have fun. That's not your true nature, having fun, because you should be able to go out and have fun or enjoy yourself without drinking. If you can't enjoy yourself without drinking, or it isn't comfortable for you, that's your natural way of your body telling you that this is not who you are. And people turn to alcohol or drink when they're going through something because alcohol covers up that pain. It covers up the feeling, that the fact that you are going through something. It helps you forget, but it helps you forget for a temporary moment. And then the next time you get sad, what do? You go back to alcohol because you remember how it covered up that pain. So it becomes addictive, and you're not only causing problems within your mental, because you're causing more pain subconsciously that you don't know, because the more you run from pain, the bigger it grows. And you're damaging your mindset because you're putting these unhealthy cells, unhealthy things that's throwing your body off balance and causing you to become sick. The main sicknesses doesn't come from like germs and stuff, because sicknesses really come from the inside of the body. I'm learning a lot of stuff. It's like it goes deeper for me to explain it, but really the sickness starts with you and how you treat yourself. A depressed person is more, or a person who's stressed out is more tend to have more sicknesses or than somebody who's healthy or has a healthy mindset. So whatever you put in your body, whatever you consume, that's what your body becomes. So if you're consuming poison, you're poisoning your body. You're poisoning your mindset. So, and it's just like whoever you hang around, that's who you become. So if you're hanging around people who are going through things, or if you're hanging around people who not for you or attached to stuff that you don't normally do, you will slowly find yourself trying to fit in with those people, causing you to drink or do things you normally want to do in order to enjoy yourself or just to feel comfortable with those people. So it's like a lot of things comes from alcohol and you don't know it. At least one bad decision can lead to multiple bad decisions without you knowing it. So that's why you have to be careful about what you do. And I know drinking has become a large part of today's society because they normalized it, but alcohol wasn't always around. So just think about that. You can enjoy life without drinking. You just have to find your true happiness, because alcohol is a temporary happiness. It's just poison. So think about that. I'm sorry that I'm ranting, but yeah. So, peace, love, and light. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me. I'm really grateful for the amount of views I got on my video about the truth behind Black people. That's like the most views I've got on a video. So make sure y'all go check out my last video about the truth behind Africa, because there's really some good stuff in there too. So thank you.